So I found this article online on theblaze.com about a man who allegedly was refused service at a bar in New York City for wearing a Make America Great Again hat. And now he is taking legal action against the bar. Um, so apparently he walks into this bar, happy hour, and orders a drink, gets his drink, he goes for a refill. Bartender says no. With that hat, we're not going to serve you. And he finally says, give me my drink. I'm paying you money, give me my drink. And so apparently, bartender begrudgingly serves him his drink, slams it down on the counter, and says something to the effect of, I can't believe you would support someone so terrible, and you must be as terrible a person. Um, so the man complains to the owner. Owner says something to the effect of, anyone who supports Trump or believes what you believe is not welcome here. And you need to leave right now because we won't serve you. And then went ahead and tossed him out. So, this man is now suing this bar. The bar is called The Happiest Hour is the name of the bar on West 10th Street. And this happened in January. Now, I have two things to say about this. First of all, this is not the first time I've heard something to this effect. If you support Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form, or if you're a Republican, whether or not you supported Donald Trump, there are many things that you are no longer entitled to as a human. I've actually read on some Craigslist ads for roommates. Roommate needed, but if you voted for Trump, pretty much go F yourself. Well, you can't room with me. Things like this, for example. I have a colleague, a classmate at my school that said something like, don't want to misquote, but something to the effect of, she didn't want to vote for Clinton. She wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders, but she goes, I didn't want to vote for Clinton, but she was the lesser of two evils. And if you believe that Trump was actually the lesser of two evils, you can go F yourself, basically what she said. So these are things that are happening all over the place. And it reminds me of the one person, the cake maker a while back, who refused to make a cake for a gay wedding. And it raised a huge kerfuffle with liberals. That's discrimination, that's this and that. Let's sue. Okay. But then they turn around and do this. So there are two things to say. First of all, hypocrites, which is not a surprise because that's exactly what they are. Liberals are hypocrites. Discrimination, absolutely. You cannot discriminate based on creed, and that's one of the things that they say. Age, sex, religion, creed, sexual orientation, things of that nature. And if you're saying, well, I'm a Republican and we don't serve your kind around here, I mean, that's discrimination. Absolutely. But here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to take this a little bit further. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually of the opinion that if you are a private business, you should be able to serve and not serve on your discretion. I truly believe that if I own a business, I should be able to serve whom I want and not serve you if I don't want to. And unless I'm receiving government aid in any way, then it's nobody's business. Like, for example, let's say I am a gay black man and I only want to hire gay black men to work. I'm a private business. I say I'm a graphic design business. Whatever. I'm a graphic design firm and I'm a gay black man and I only want to hire gay black men. I am a private business. I should be able to hire solely on that, and I have no problem with it. I mean, it sucks for me as not a gay black man if I was a graphic designer trying to go into graphic design, and they're like, sorry, dude, you're not gay, you're not black, you don't get hired. I only hire gay black men. And that would suck for me, but if that's what he wants to do with his business, then that's what he wants to do with his business. And I don't think it's my place to cry about it. But in the same way, if I don't want to make a cake for a gay wedding, I shouldn't have to make a cake for a gay wedding. You can't force me to work if I don't want to. Like, I am a baker. I make cakes when I want to, and when I don't want to, I don't. And this guy, he owns a bar, and if he doesn't want to serve someone because he voted for Trump and he's wearing a red hat, then let the man not serve him. Go to a different bar. Pay money to someone else. If spread the word and say these guys are narrow-minded bigots. Don't go to their bar, and then people stop going to their bar, and you hit them in the wallet. That's how. Um, if that's the kind of crowd, only the crowd they want to serve, and they only want to serve liberals, or they only want to serve people who aren't wearing red hats, um, then let them. Go take your business elsewhere, take your money, and put it elsewhere. And I would say the same thing for any kind of business. If I want to only hire certain people or only serve certain people and I am a private business, I should be able to hire based on whatever criteria I decide. It's no different. Hiring based on your political affiliation is no different. A political party, like, let's say Hillary Clinton. She's hiring campaign staff. You think she's going to hire a hardcore Republican? Of course not. Of course she's not going to. And if you put it on your resume, I've assisted in the 15 successful campaigns of Republican candidates. You're not going to get hired in Hillary Clinton's campaign staff. You're not going to. I have my sister, one of her friends, is in the D.C. area trying to get a job. She really wants to work in politics. Not my sister, the friend. She really wants to work in politics, and she's a hardcore liberal, and she's trying very hard to find somebody in politics in the D.C. area to hire her, but nobody's hiring her because she's a hardcore Democrat, and right now that's not in vogue. Democrats have lost across the board, and right now a Democrat is not being hired because that's just the way it is. That's not discrimination, or is it? I mean, what's the difference between I'm not going to hire you because you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat and I'm trying to, pursue Democrat-ish ideals and be elected as a Democrat, and you're a Republican, so, I'm not going to hire you. That I guarantee you that if you put it on your resume that you are part of the young Republicans in your undergrad and part of the, a card-carrying Republican, and you try to get hired in Hillary Clinton's campaign staff, you are not going to get hired, and it is 100% because you're a Republican. So what's the difference between that and not hiring someone because they're gay? I don't see any difference in that. If one's okay, the other one should be okay, and in my opinion, they should all be okay. If I am a private business, I am a private individual. I don't work for the government, I'm not receiving any government aid, I should be able to hire whomever I want based on any criteria that I decide. And the same thing if I'm a business. I choose my customers. If I'm a business and I work on commissions, for example. Hey, I want you to pay me a painting. And I can take the commission or I can not take it. And if I make cakes and I don't want to make a cake for a gay couple, then I don't make a cake for the gay couple. The end. Okay? But if that's not how we decide that we want things to go, okay, we as a society have decided, no, you cannot do that. You have to hire people if they are qualified, despite whatever beliefs they have. They may differ from yours, but that's not the way we want our society to function. Fine. I don't agree, but I can accept it. In which case, if a man, a baker, a cake maker, a business that makes cakes, refuses to serve a gay couple, then you cannot, and you complain about it, you cannot refuse to serve someone wearing a America Great Again hat from your bar. Um, because I guarantee you the people at the bar, if they know about this lawsuit of the gay cake guy, I guarantee you they're like, oh, what a bunch of bigots and freaking cavemen with their conservative ideals. I guarantee you that was, if they knew about it, that was their thought. Yet they'll turn around and discriminate against the opposition. I think it's ridiculous, and I mean I'm not surprised that they do this because they don't know how to cope with loss. They've people of liberal persuasion don't know how to deal with things when they don't go their way. They've proven that over the last few months. And I would almost say, you have to go out in disguise if you, for example, are a Trump supporter. I would say just don't wear Trump stuff. I mean, it's your right to do so, but I mean, if you're going to go out in the street and get punched in the face or assaulted, because you're wearing Trump stuff, or you're going to go out to a business and they're going to not serve you because of your Trump paraphernalia. I mean, it's your right to wear it, and you should have every right to wear it. And if you want to wear it, you should be served and treated with dignity and respect, no matter what. Just like we would, if somebody comes in wearing like their rainbow shirts and rainbow hats and whatever. I mean, if they walked into my store, I would serve them with the same dignity and respect as I would serve someone wearing a Trump hat if I had a store. That's just how I think. But I mean, in this day and age when you could actually just get punched in the street for supporting Trump because you're a Nazi, apparently, it's literally terrorism. It's what it is. You're making people afraid to walk out and speak their minds because you never know when they're going to get punched in the face. So that's my opinion. If I think everyone should just be able to do, as a business, be able to serve or not serve whomever they please, and hire or not hire whomever they please based on whatever criteria they decide. But if that's not how we're going to do things as a society, then sue this guy, sue this bar, and run them out of business. I'm 100% for it. You can't have it your way when it's against the gays, and then try to do it to someone else just because they have a hat that you don't like. It's not your place to tell other people that because they have a hat on, they're despicable, and get the F out of your establishment. Ridiculous. It's absolutely, you should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a liberal right now living in this country, if you're a Democrat, you should be ashamed of yourself. But I think people are either quietly supporting the nonsense, or I don't know. I've yet to hear anyone. I've yet to hear any of my hardcore Democrat buddies, or colleagues, or classmates, verbally and outwardly speak out against these things. So, in my opinion, if you ask them, do you think it's okay for people to get punched in the face? Some of them say yes, it is okay, as long as you're a Republican, and some of them are very but no one actually comes out and says no, it's not okay. Nobody's saying that, so it's embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be. I mean, you're not because you have no morals or ethics, but you should be. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's on the topic of rights of a business, like individual rights of a private business. This is very much in line with what I believe overall. I believe in individual rights. I believe in the private person having the rights to do, to conduct themselves the way they want to conduct themselves. it's not. I wouldn't say it's a very popular opinion, but it's honestly, I think that the right of the individual is the right of the individual. Obviously, that's not the way we've decided to do things, but that is what I believe. And um, like I said, if that's the way we did things, and I walked into a place and they're like, we only serve women, then you know what? They only serve women, and I would walk out, and I wouldn't make a stink about it. I would just leave. But that's just me, and I guess I'm just more mature than others. Of course, if there was a place that only served men and a woman would try to walk in, it would be just all hell would break loose. But that's that's the way the cookie crumbles these days, I suppose. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this matter. Geez, we'll just see what else kind of nonsense the left comes up with in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned, I guess.